Hello everyone, welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV video. We're just gonna jump right into it and get started. Last video we did go ahead and complete our first dungeon over in Sastasha, helped out Limsa with their issues. Generally what the whole thing is so far with what's happening in-game, not even in-game, sorry, currently in the world with our character and everyone else that we're meeting is essentially each place that we go to is obviously going to have their own issues and stuff. For instance, in Ul'dah, there's clearly an issue with how things are done, considering that it's mostly the wealthy people that run the place. Even if there is like an actual leader that's supposed to be running it, half if not all the time they're not really paying her any mind, so that's unfortunate. So after we ended up helping out Ul'dah a bunch with their issues and all that good stuff, we end up learning a little bit more about the fact that we're kinda unique in the sense of, like, yeah, even though we're just a normal adventurer, we're doing a bit more than what most adventurers would be doing. This leads us to the fact that we've been tasked with being an emissary of sorts to visit the other city-states of Limsa and Gridania to propose an idea for a remembrance ceremony for the Battle of Kartsna, which in fact would be what the opening cinematic of the game would be, which is when Bahamut broke free from the moon that was descending from the sky and just completely wrecked everyone's shit, whether they're part of the Eorzean Alliance or they're part of the Garlean Empire. Just literally everyone and everything got their shit kicked in, unfortunately. Someone was jamming out real hard on their instrument. But yeah, essentially all these city-states have their own issues to deal with. All of them, Limsa, Ul'dah, and Gridania, they all have to deal with the beast tribes in some manner, and the beast tribes tend to summon their primals or their gods, so to speak, to kind of make shit worse. So they're stuck dealing with that, which is probably the bigger issue for all of them, as well as any other problems that tend to pop up. Did I? Yeah, I went the right way. Fantastic. But yeah, all in all, our task right now as an adventurer is to just, make things right. And considering now that we have a giant sentient crystal asking us to save the world from darkness, typical JRPG stuff, we're kind of stuck doing that as well while trying to make a name for ourselves. Because remember, we only came here to make a name for ourselves and, be a good adventurer. I did not sign up to save the world, but here we are anyway. It's totally fine. So right now, we're about to do our second dungeon here in Gridania. Just gotta make my way over, and we'll be good. And oh, whoa, wait. Need to interact with this so we can just teleport here whenever we need to. Alright, now we can keep going. As for things that I might have done off screen, I did go ahead and unlock a new class. Let me see if we can pull that up. Class and jobs, here we go. Right here. I ended up getting the Marauder class, which is the second tank class that you can get at the moment. Level 9 right now, but I'll get back to leveling them up shortly. Honestly, won't take that long. And what is... Oh, that looks terrifying. What is that? I don't think I've seen you out here before. Are you? Huh. I literally never seen this particular enemy out here before. I'm gonna leave you alone. Can I take him on? Yes, but it's cool. Oh, don't get too close. All right, we're good. Ah, these guys again. And them, so we bumped into these two outside of Sastasha, and we ended up seeing these fellas after we got back from dealing with the Sastasha incident. These guys are pretty good, capable adventurers. They're doing it for the love of the game. But there's one other group that we saw over in Sastasha that we don't see here now, so that's probably going to be a problem. Are these new enemies? These were literally never here before. You look absolutely terrifying. And we have our second dungeon unlocked, the Tamtara Deepcroft. Seeing as we're a tank, I'm hoping the wait times to party up with other players won't be too long. Let's see. Let's see what this dungeon has to offer. Oh, their portraits looking nice. All right, let's see what we can do. Gonna try and do a nice chunky pull. See how we do. And we stop right here. That's as far as I'm willing to go. Oh, what are you doing? I know these are relatively easy dungeons, but don't get careless like that. I say that as I'm pulling wall to fucking wall. We missed one, guys. Get back here. Thank you. Ah, we got a new skill. Nice. Can't use it right away, though. I'd say right about here should be a good stopping point for this pack. Alright, over here is a good stopping point as well. The mechanic for this boss is, after a little bit, he's going to summon enemies. During that time, you can't really do damage to the boss. You gotta kill the enemy that's tethered to the boss to get rid of any defensive ward that's on the boss, and then rinse and repeat. Whoop, there we go. Oh, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away! Oh, get out of that. I can't interrupt that, unfortunately. Oh, 2 of them tethered. Go DPS, use your limit break. There you go. GG's. Player commendation goes to this guy. Oh, I was gonna pass on both of those because I wasn't gonna need them, but this is fine. Alright, let's report back to Mione and tell her that, you know, the place is cleared out. Is that a guitar? Oh, well, I'll be damned. Nice. Welcome back, Jay. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Baderon's ringing endorsements left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. Ah, as if to illustrate the point. Oh, there they are. We seen these guys over at Sastasha. Avare's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving and it'd be too soon if I'd never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avare's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. Oh, I'm so sorry, Avare. Please forgive me. That's tragic. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. Oh, Momodi. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I'll be glad to share the details with you. We're heading back to Ul'dah, folks. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Jay, and good luck. Luckily, I'm already well acquainted with Momodi, so this shouldn't be too hard at all. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Jay! And there I was, spouting the same tired line. Mione sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale if you would be so kind. Oh, hey, Papa Sean. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Oh? Why, if it isn't my good friend Jay. It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will be helping us. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Jay of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amangina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, if I'm pronouncing that right. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is often the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. It was that the Great Giant Revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There'll be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Oop, you got it. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? One last thing before you depart. An employee of Amangina and Sons is presently at the Quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So, you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got the skills to go with them, cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheries have left the place in the right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the Second Old Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping a watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. And also, fortunately, we've been to Copperbell Mines, or at least the entrance to the place, before when doing one of our other quests a while back. Dungeon is ready. Might be a bit risky, but let's see how far we can get. Not too many enemies. Ooh, perfect. Right here is fine. So, fun fact about this dungeon, it went through a nice chunky revamp a while ago, actually. So, the boss fights, at least for this fight, and then the next boss afterwards, are completely different from how it was back in the day. For this first boss fight, before it was literally just like a gauntlet of sorts, just wave after wave of enemies just coming at you before this guy pulls up. They changed it so it's just to fight him, and he has a whole slew of new mechanics and stuff, but still very easy to deal with and not to stress about. Oh, right. Ah, no, what are you doing? I mean, granted, it's probably not too big of an issue if a DPS or healer decides to pull a pack of enemies before the tank can, but it does become a problem because now you have to figure, now you gotta, like, you know, try and pull aggro away from them as quickly as possible before, you know, they die. Most tanks will just let the DPS or healer that did the initial pull just die for their mistakes. I think we got the stuff that we needed to go open the wall. Go for it. There you go. Grab that fire sand. The slime boss was a bit more involved before they did the changes that they made. Normally, you wouldn't be able to really damage it directly. You would have to blow it up with dynamite until it got smaller and smaller, and then eventually just dies. Should be the safe spot. Yeah. Oh no, I was off. Oh, they leveled up. Very nice for them. Alrighty. How are we doing this? Oh, sweet. We're going this way then. They're like, we don't want to deal with that many enemies right now. I don't blame. Ah, shit. Spoke too soon. as well. The last boss here also had his mechanics changed as well. Like literally the whole dungeon itself got like a whole revamp. And there was like probably a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years ago. I honestly forgot when, but it was right around the time when they were doing a bunch of changes to the base game and how the pacing works. And I believe before with this boss... oh crap, I literally forgot how this boss went back in the day. I do believe there were ads that would get spawned in that would try to break open the walls to let more giants in to pretty much make the fight a bit unbearable. But again, these early dungeons, it's nothing too crazy. They do die pretty quickly. This time around, you don't have any other type of interference. It's just you and the boss and a bunch of new moves that the boss can do. Get in. And yes, tanks do have a limit break as well. It's just that the limit break for tanks are more focused towards defensive stuff more than anything. So if I do get a chance to use a limit break, it's just gonna give a nice big fat defense boost for yourself and the rest of your party. If you're DPS, you just get to nuke the crap out of whatever enemy that's in your way. If you're a healer, your limit breaks will either heal everyone to full, or what I really like, if your entire party or raid group is dead, and you're probably one of the few people still alive, and you're able to pop off your level 3 limit break, you will bring back your entire party and raid group with full health, full mana, and everything, and it just makes for the best comeback ever. But we are done with our third dungeon. We're gonna report back to the Adventurers Guild to speak with Painted Mesa and see what happens next. Oh, I'm thinking I'm doing my gladiator stuff, but I did that off screen already. I don't have another quest for them until level 30, so that's fine. Adventurers Guild is what I meant to click on. When you end up stuck on autopilot, you forget what the hell you're trying to do. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! Whoa, 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 what's happening? Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with me own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of a dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know? Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needed to hear of your crime. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of you. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. Alright, back the fuck up. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Are we really doing this? Alright. Y'all are idiots for challenging me right now. I'm fresh out of a dungeon. Not bad, he says. Sir, I am whooping your ass. Oh, no, you don't. Get rid of you first. You. And you. Easy. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Ah, fuck, not this shit again. Alright, what do we got here? I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Guardian Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your Dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Oh, that's the lady. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. So she did, in fact, pay for the stuff, so that guy was just being an ass. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Alright, so we got our definite answer. Sir? Are you alright? Oh, no, that happens from time to time. I'm Gucci. Now then, it just leaves you. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? I'll overlook this, but just this once. Gods bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. All good, ma'am. All's well that ends well. Oh, shoot. Hey, Thancred. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable. But I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. You played your part of envoy to perfection, confident as a man on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my friend, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being somewhat in awe of you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall, speak with Momodi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their man, and she will tell you where to find us. Ooh, I get to join a new club. Awesome. Oh, Momodi, I have news. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Oh, you saw I've got another new adventurer. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go past me every time you graze your knee, eh? course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes from the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Jay, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with the giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa Sean, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Hello. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Or is it pronounced Edda? Might be Edda. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Britannia we were in Britannia when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avare, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You're supposed to marry that guy? Oh, that's a bad choice for you. I'm sorry, he treated you like shit. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fate not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avarai once was. And so, I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. The name's Jay. Jay Nibby. I shan't forget. Thank you, Jay Nibby. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Good luck with your training. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But, against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Jay. Eh? What did you say? Do you want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Jay. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So, you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go on through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose, on account of being Uldan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Jay. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Jay, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Mamodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. And I don't gotta travel too far, I believe. Yep, right about here. Alright, I believe this would be the spot. Let's head inside. Hello there. Ah! Ahem. I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is a private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... I do have business here, though. I was invited. Here at the behest of Thancred. My sincerest apologies. May I have your name, please? J-Nibby. Ah! Here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within our solar. I shall let you know to expect you.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minthelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
Sup?
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied to you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Think of retainers as... well, hold on. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you, I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Alright, so retainers are basically... how can I explain this? If you played World of Warcraft, for example, if you go to any major city, you'll be able to go to a bank. Speak with the NPC at the bank, and they'll be able to store whatever excess items and stuff that you don't want storing, filling up your current inventory. Retainers work the same exact way. However, you can also give them stuff to sell on the auction house, or in this game's terms, the market board. So they're actually quite useful. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because it's gonna be a lengthy video to stitch together and edit. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in, and hopefully I'll be able to hop on here and continue. Take care, everyone.